Do you get the most out of your teams? Welcome to Continue to Improve, where every week we provide you with actionable content to help you continue to improve your business and your leadership. This week's episode is all about how to succeed as a team. 2 weeks ago, I got to witness one of the most amazing displays of teamwork that I've ever seen in my entire life. Normally, these individuals work in isolation, completing their task without the assistance of others. But on this particular day, they pulled together, and luckily for me, I was able to capture the end result on video. Let's take a look.
Oh, wow! Holy cow! Wow!
As you can tell by the excitement in my voice in that video, I thought that was one of the coolest things I'd ever seen in my entire life. Hopefully you do as well. But the bigger question is, what can we learn from humpback whales about teamwork? To answer that question, we need to look to the 7 C's, the 7 C's of teamwork. They are conditions, compelling reason, conductor, commitment, collaboration, communication, and consistency. So, how do these 7 C's combine to help us succeed in teamwork or in creating a successful team? Well, to answer that question, we need to look behind the scenes, or in this case, below the surface. Let's take conditions first of all. Humpback whales are generally solitary animals. They live in isolation, they travel in isolation, and they hunt in isolation. So for them to hunt as a team is unusual, but there was a rare set of circumstances that allowed this to happen. In this case, there was a large number of humpback whales in a relatively small area hunting the exact same prey. But that leads us to a compelling reason. Why should these solitary animals work together as a team to feed? Well, that answer is simple. This time of year, the humpback whale is trying to consume as many calories as they can so they can build up their fat stores to last the rest of the year. So for them, it makes sense, if they can, to hunt together as a team so that they can catch even more fish while expending less energy. But to do that, they need a conductor, someone that has a good grasp of the situation and can guide them through the process. Now, 30 years ago, there were only about 15 humpback whales that knew how to bubble net feed. Today, there are about 100 of the 60,000 that are here on Earth. So it's a rare set of skills that these whales have. And it requires that leadership to guide them through that process. Which also means there needs to be commitment on the part of the other whales or the rest of your team. They need to have a vested interest in the outcome. And for these whales, it was a matter of survival. But in order to be successful in this, they had to be able to collaborate. That means working together and filling in any gaps so that they don't allow the fish to escape. To do that, they need to be able to communicate with each other. The leader needs to be able to communicate to the followers, and all the other whales need to be able to communicate to each other. And finally, we're left with consistency. If you were to watch this same pod of whales bubble net feed 10 times in a row, what you would see is this. You would see each and every whale doing the exact same thing, the exact same way every single time they went down below the surface of the water and came up. And they would be in the exact same positions. It's that consistency or that standardization that builds consistency, and that consistency leads to momentum, which means the more momentum I can get, the more fish I can get in less time. So if you're ready to get the most out of your teams, here are your action steps for this week. Really, there's only 2. The first is, know that teams aren't always the answer. You need to have the right set of circumstances in place before you decide to engage a team for a project. But once you've decided that the team is the right way to go, then you need to deploy the other 6 C's. That's it for this week's episode of Continue to Improve. Please share this video. If you like what you see, subscribe and be notified of upcoming episodes. Thanks for watching. We'll see you here next week on Continue to Improve, where every week we provide you with actionable content to help you continue to improve your business and your leadership.